like it should play before Bob Ross starts painting.
It's time to paint, everybody. We're going to paint some fun. It's Chris Denman, Travis Terrell. It's We Are Live special conversation with Helium Comedy Club's headliner this weekend.
What up, though?
He likes Club Titties. It's Jay Pharoah.
That's right. Wow. This is okay.
Yeah. Let's jump in.
Going right into it, huh?
Right into
I was just saying,
right away.
I was saying it's Mardi Gras this weekend. They were saying you're gonna have a good turnout. I was like, I hope. I said, forget the Mardi. Just show your tits in the club.
Show them in the club.
Come in the club with that.
That's what it's all.
Like I will look. I won't touch. I will definitely observe, and I will tell you whether I think they are real or fake. Because that's the competition I just did on the other show. It was fun. Real versus fake ones.
Oh,
how did it go? Do you feel like you're?
I got a 66. I got a 66.
That's
I mean,
passing.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like, and I was mad. I got the last one. I was like, yo, I watch enough porn. I should know these things.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've done enough in these streets to be able to decipher whether somebody's got the fake ones or the real ones.
You've done enough in these streets.
I've done enough in these streets. You know, the fake ones feel like rubber cement.
Yeah, it's strange.
It is rubber cement.
Do you like that? Is this aggressive?
Here you go. Wow. That's
It vibrates back at you.
It does.
Uh-huh.
It has seismic waves.
Yeah.
By the way, you can catch Jay at the Helium in Philadelphia this weekend.
Oh my gosh. Yo, man, I didn't do that, man. Look. We need to talk to the team here.
Yeah, let's go.
We're gonna have to regroup and retool and all that because you can't be. I'm at the St. Louis club. They put up there. I'm in Philly. I was like, you motherfucker, you have my schedule. Literally, you have all the dates. I just went to Philly. I was just in Philly 3 months ago. I'm not returning.
I'm not going back to Philly, man.
Not yet.
Not in this weather.
No.
By the way, apologies for this weather. You were coming in. You flying in from L.A.
Oh, this ain't nothing, dude. I was in Chicago last week. That's them 65 mile per hour winds. No hurricane.
Just windy
and
for
just,
no reason.
Just wind for no reason.
Yeah.
It blew my fingerprints off my fingers. I didn't have fingerprints. I was like,
so
yo,
rude.
son, where are my fingerprints, dog? Had to buy them back from a crackhead. He picked them up.
That makes sense.
In Chicago, it makes sense, right?
It does. all kinds of violence happens for no apparent reason.
Hell yeah.
In Chicago.
Speaking of these different places that I do go to, one of the most obscure places I went was San Francisco. Not because of the town. The town is beautiful, but the financial situation is mind-boggling.
Right? Yes.
You're telling me if you make $116,000 a year, you are considered to be living in poverty.
Right.
You got old men over the age of 50 with grandchildren being roommates.
That's messed up, man. Now you got SNL when you were 22 years old.
22. Hey man, my grandkids. Hey man, I got Ethel coming. I'm gonna put the sock in the door. Like I would hate that shit. Yes, I got SNL when I was 22.
When you're 22, and that was in New York, super expensive.
Yeah.
Did you live on your own?
I did. Well, actually, I did live on my own, but I had my sister come up because she was my manager.
Right.
So I had her living with me, not because I needed somebody to help me pay, but just because I knew she had my back. And
isn't that crazy? The contrast to think about that men and their grandpas are staying together now.
That's
in
right.
a city similar to New York.
Hey, and now let's not get this twisted. Let's explore this narrative of my sister being in the house.
Okay.
Right? Now,
did she pass or fail every lady that came through?
Well, she
tried.
It was basically she would have to sit in her room with headphones on and listen while listening to Fred Hammond.
Got gospel.
She had gospel music playing. I'm in the other room.
Why you up her just? Oh, for the
I'm
love
doing the
of
devil's
God.
work. She's in the other room doing the Lord's. It was kind of crazy, but that ended when I was I think I was 26. I was either 25 or 26. 2014 is when I moved and got my own place. I said I need it, man. I've never lived by myself. I went straight from my parents and then I moved my sister up here. I was like, yo, and I looked at my check. I said, wait, you getting 10% of this? Yeah, it's time for you to find a place. I'm sorry, it's time for you to find a place.
But having that
man.
support, I would imagine, again, going to a city like New York, then jumping, of course, on SNL, having that support. How big of a difference was that for your early start of your career?
A big difference, man. And I would tell people, you always need somebody who is going to have your back.
Yeah.
You know, she was definitely that buffer that kept the bullshit away.
Right.
You know, and I'm talking about
young people are stupid. We've all been there. We went to college and lived in Columbia, Missouri. It was a bedlam, crazy town.
Yeah,
people do dumb things when they're 20. I can't imagine being on SNL.
Oh my gosh, man! But I was kind of, I was about making my money. I'm about making my money. I wasn't really the party turn up. I was like, yo, I got a freaking goal.
Right.
I'm trying to stack. I'm trying to make this happen. I'm trying to do this. So it was never let's go and let's just turn up. Like, even though when Michael Che got on the show, we turned up a couple of times. I ain't even gonna lie. We went to the club one time and it was this room. What was it called? The Griffin? I think the place was called the Griffin Club or whatever. So we're in the club, right? And they recognize who we are, right? They recognized me at the time. They called him Jay Pharoah because everybody gets confused. So, and they were like, hey, we're gonna give y'all a section. So we were like, all right, cool. So we had a section, right? And it was this drunk white chick, right? And drunk white chicks, they, sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's like, all right, come on, Karen, chill the fuck out. Right? So we in our own VIP section, right? Okay. We got a big bottle, whatever. We chilling, hanging, enjoying the fruits of our labor, as we should have.
Yes, of course.
Drunk girl comes up, taps me on the shoulder. I don't know how the hell through the velvet ropes, because we got the velvet ropes, right? We got it roped off. Right. She taps me on the shoulder. No, she climbs over the velvet ropes, taps me on the shoulder, goes, I want a drink. And I was like, excuse me?
Well, it is a bar. Good news. Yeah.
Right. And I turned. I was like, and I'm thinking in my head, okay, this motherfucker can't be talking to me like that. Like, she's not that brave to talk to me like that. Right. I'm like, all right. So I turned around. I ignored it. And she does it again. I drank. I was like, oh, okay. So we got a security guard. So I make the drink with a smile, like Charlie Murphy. A big ass smile, right?
What?
Big ass smile like this. I was like, shh. I said, you want a drink, bitch? I said, here you go. I gave her the drink. She had thanks. I looked at the security. I said, yo, get her the fuck out. He takes her literally. I don't know. He like turns her into a fortune cookie. Right? It's like some origami shit. Like some freaking move you only see in the book of Kama Sutra. Right? Absolutely. So he takes her, he flips her legs up. He places her over the goddamn velvet rope and stands there. She's so drunk, she tries for 15 more minutes to get back in. No way. Thinking that she did nothing wrong.
She just I think you just relocated me. I'm gonna remove
her. I allocated that ass to the regulars. You don't talk to
Jay Pharoah that way.
No, and it's just, listen, I treat everybody like human beings. Right. I don't treat nobody different. I don't care if you're a crackhead, you're a homeless guy, or you work at Amazon. Right. You're the head of Amazon and you got to pay half of your billions of dollars to your wife. I don't give a fuck.
Right. It's very specific.
Yeah, man. Who could he be talking about?
I'm about treating people with respect. I give that same respect to you. I feel like you should have the same chutzpah to give me that shit back.
Yes.
But I'm from the burbs.
I agree.
So I'm used to people talking to me in a very white collar fashion.
Right.
You don't talk to me like that, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
So then this is an interesting situation, because I'm curious, how do you balance that being that young in that situation? Because you are, in many respects, certainly the toast of the comedy community in New York City when you're a part of SNL. For sure. But as you just mentioned, you're trying to grind. You're trying to prove yourself. And you're right. But then you also
Jay Pharoah, world renowned for his humble nature. Also.
But then you have to balance the lifestyle that comes along with it. And we've seen the stories over the years. So how do you continue that grind, still do your social thing, but not go too far?
With me, it was all about, it's all about my upbringing, man. Yes. I come from a very strict Christian household. Like my parents, like they're church folks, both of them.
You know anything about that, Trav?
Oh, I know a little bit of it.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah, your pop is probably your pastor, right? Like, yeah. So but my pop ain't a pastor. But hey, I got beat in the church. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like there is a certain narrative that you will follow when you have a certain upbringing. And I wasn't for that turn up and all of that different type of stuff. My parents parents taught me like, yo, they're hustlers, both of them.
Right.
Both from the hood. One's from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And the other one, he's from Chesterfield Heights in Norfolk. You know, both hood.
Right.
But they work hard enough so the kids don't have to go through that.
Right.
You feel me? But they still wanted me to know where I came from. So, you know, I was in the hood hanging with my cousins and shit like that.
Right.
But it wasn't, you know, being of it, like being able, I call myself Constantine, being able to walk in every single world. You know what I mean? You get to walk in both worlds.
Right.
However, you have the etiquette to know that this is a business. You work and you stack and then you enjoy it with the person you're supposed to enjoy it with.
Anybody in the industry who validated that point for you? Like anybody was like, hey, I get what you're doing, but you need to make sure you're taking care of your business. You need to make sure you're taking care of your numbers. You making sure. Was there anybody in the industry, whether it be with SNL or outside of SNL, that basically said, hey, Jay, I see what you're doing. Make sure you're taking care of your P's and Q's so you can get what's yours.
Oh, yeah. Mark Lands, my business manager.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, Jew.
It's an investment.
It's a cool Jew. It's like, yo, you're out here, you're making money, you're young, and you could definitely blow it. I've seen it, but you got a smart head, so what you might want to do is you chill out a little bit, and don't get involved with all of these young ladies out here that just want to take your pockets. Always make sure I know you're gonna fuck. I know you are. I know you're gonna fuck. Like it's like, yeah, that's that.
Yes.
You know that's gonna happen. It's a classic Hebrew hand. I know you're gonna fuck. Okay, but you just make sure that you wrap it up, and if you need, if you want to feel things, get a bearskin condom. It's not. It's not worth it. And it's not. My grandfather gave me this advice before he passed away. He said, Jay, no matter what. That's how he sounds.
Thank you for clarifying, Jay. That was very helpful.
He's like, Jay, no matter what you do, always make sure you either strap it up or you pull out. And I was like, all right, cool. And he don't got no grandchildren from me yet. I mean, a couple of my other cousins, they ain't get that speech,
right?
Right. Who could have used that direction during your time on SNL? Whether it was a guest host or it was somebody on the cast. I mean,
it's somebody who could use it now. That's fresh up there. I'm not gonna say who they are, but
is he about 6'4"?
Huh? No. He's in the 5s.
Oh, okay.
He's in the 5. Wait, who's 6'4" on the show?
Isn't Pete Davidson kind of tall?
Oh wow. Pete Davidson is. There's no advice we can give to Pete, right? These motherfuckers fuck Kate Beckinsale, Ariana Grande.
She has a type, by the way.
I look up to him, huh?
She has a type. That guy on her picture up there on the left.
Kate Beckinsale or Ariana Grande?
Kate Beckinsale. The guy on the left up there is a comedian by the name of Matt Rife. He was on Wild 'N Out.
Yeah,
they dated too.
She fucked him, huh?
So then when we saw the Pete Davidson thing, we go, ooh, she's got a type. Good for her.
She does. She likes young boys.
Yeah.
I gotta change my IMDb.
Right.
I mean, I'm still young, but it's like, it's like these dudes are like, I'm 31, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta, but you go to Wikipedia and do that because I want to hit Kate Beckinsale too.
Right.
Like I was so hurt when I saw that. I was like, oh bitch, all those times we had in Underworld Evolution, me watching you in your cat suit, me watching you in that black leather and you with that freaking white and black hair. Don't you know that's my fetish?
It's upsetting that she hasn't reached out to you.
I know. I'm so mad. Nobody wanted to. I just got sexy like 2 years ago.
You just got sexy?
I just got sexy.
Hey, man.
This ain't nothing.
How is it?
It feels good.
Looks great.
Yeah.
You're doing like right. when you're out in LA, like like a lot, because comedians, they can be a little bit, they're not as
heady.
Conscious. Yes.
Yeah.
So
being out there.
So as you continue to progress in your career, are guys more self-conscious about, man, I need to hit the gym a little bit more often. I need to get a private trainer.
Well, if you're smart, you do that. You don't walk over here with the doughy body, like you know what I mean. But some of these motherfuckers out here.
I don't know why you keep looking at me whenever you say doughy every time.
I was side eyeing you, but I wasn't.
Like he said doughy.
Yeah.
Doughy. I'm just saying, like me, when I was 28 years old, man.
Not like this pile of shit over here.
We're all beautiful people.
Good stuff.
Says John Legend. Listen, okay, so when I got 28, that's when, man, I got on my gym kit, because I don't know if you saw a couple years before that, dude, but I had hips, like my hips were getting big. Like, yo, I was looking like Beyonce from the bottom.
Oh,
like me
no.
and Cardi B had the same bottom.
Oh, that's
you know what
not
I'm saying?
a
The
good
fat
look.
ass. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
I had a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? And people, they be, ooh, you got a fat ass. Even I remember I went to church one time, and this is how I knew my ass was fat. Cause an old lady, old sister, what's her name? She's a Mother Claude. That's what she is.
Mother Claude.
She's Mother Claude said, yeah, you used to have a fat hind parts. the fat hind parts. She's from the South, so yo, our R's just get dropped. So she said the fat hind parts. Like, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know, you used to be able to remember everything, but I guess we're on the same level here now. She walked up to me one time. She said, I remember one time you was fat. I was like, word, like it's a sickness.
Like I said,
Like,
you
oh,
know what?
I heard you go in there. They got the fat in there.
He caught the fatness.
He caught baby, done caught the fat. It's over.
They're expecting an apology of sorts. It's like, you were disgusting. Can you make this? Can you make amends?
Yeah, but to the original point, I'm saying, like, when I got 28, man, I got a personal trainer, and I had, you know, abs and all this stuff. I hadn't seen my abs since I was
That's
like
what Billy
20.
Blanks has been doing, man.
Right.
He's been
Billy
working
Blanks?
with Jay Pharoah.
Yeah, man. That fucking Tybo guy. What's he doing now? Is he still grinding? You know, P90X kind of came and fucked his life.
Like, really? Really?
Is he
for real, dog.
I hope he's not
P90.
from here.
Oh.
Is he was like, oh.
He's actually our next guest. Billy Blanks is here, everybody.
He just walks in, he just starts stretching because he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Man.
Now, I am curious though, because this happens to everybody who was a former cast member of SNL.
What's up?
How many people said something to the effect of, "You sure you're ready to leave SNL? Are you? What do you? Well, shoot, man, I don't know, man." Like, how many people were like, basically tried to create the narrative that, man, it's going to be an uphill climb now that you don't have SNL attached as you try to do your own thing.
It was mostly my Instagram followers. It was like in Twitter. It was nobody like would come up to me. Nobody probably said it behind closed doors, like, I don't know if you should have left, but nobody's up there. You're like, oh my God, you're so talented.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because let's talk about it, folks. I'm 6'2". All right. Most people think that I'm 5'8". So when they
That's
see
a weird
me,
thing. Yeah.
So when they see me, they're like, "Wait, I don't want to talk shit to him. I don't know. He don't look like he would take that very lightly, and I'm just gonna walk back into yogurt land and not say shit." Okay. Have a good day, Jay. Have a good day. Good day. I love your work. Love your work. Love what you do. You're good at what you do. You're like, bitch, what the fuck do I do? Right. I'm in comedy. I just meant comedy.
I think we've got a new TV show idea. We host it and we facilitate Twitter users, Instagram followers, etc. And we go, like, here is at 69420 for life. Bring him on out, and they have to in person say their comment to you.
I had that idea, but I was like, yo, somebody's gonna get their neck snapped. So
well, if you do like bully beatdown style, they have to get in the cage with you. Yeah,
they should. You know what? Anybody, I welcome anybody on my socials that talk shit. Just step in the ring. You want to step in the ring? Let's do a cage, whatever. I'm down. I'm not small. I can fuck you up.
What if you found out it was Michael Che all along?
Oh, then hey, that's cool. So it'd be like Jay Pharoah versus Jay Pharoah.
Right. Like, it'd be like the Spider-Man meme. Maybe people just pointing at each other.
You know what? It's so funny. I'll tell you a story. And sometimes I use the Michael Che clout. I have to, right? I have to. So I was in Buffalo, right? And I was my bag broke, right? Because the bag was a cheap ass bag.
Right.
I had got it. I'm not gonna say who got it for me. Thanks, Dad. But I got the bag broke, so I had to get another one.
Right.
So I'm in the Uber, right? I'm on my way to Target because I'm like, all right, I just need something quick, whatever.
Right.
I'm gonna go to Target. I'm gonna get some luggage. Everything's gonna be cool. The Uber driver says to me, "You should go to Kmart. They have 70% off of all of this stuff, and you should go." And I said, "Really? A pool? I will fucking go." So I fucking went. I went to Walmart. Not Walmart. I went to Kmart, right?
Right.
And I was a little apprehensive about the shit.
Sure.
I get my luggage. I'm walking to the front. This lady, suburban white lady.
Mm-hmm.
She puts on a glass. She puts on her glasses. She goes, she takes them off. She looks. She puts them back on. She takes them off again. She puts them back on. She says, "Are you the kid from SNL?" And I froze. I was like, huh. And she was like, She was like, nah, the kid from SNL wouldn't be here shopping at Kmart.
Oh no!
And I look at her and I was like,
no.
actually, madam, I am from SNL, and my name is Michael Che. It's nice. So now Michael Che shops at Kmart.
You know what? One day he'll hit his stride. He'll be able to shop somewhere
It'll work
else.
out for him.
Now that you are on the road, you did, of course, White Famous. It didn't get renewed, but you are now back on the stand-up. We were talking a little bit before this that you switching it up a little bit.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
kind of changing it up. What kind of pushed you to want to switch up some of your content?
You know, well, just, you know, evolution. If you're not evolving, man, then you're definitely dying.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I looked at all of my stuff from earlier times, and I noticed when I'm fully aware of my environment, I can make jokes all day. But making that transition, like going from my hometown, going from doing church shows and things, and having a script written that I know works, and then jumping out in the world on other stages and seeing that it didn't work the same. Like, you know, that frustrated me, man.
Right.
Like, I hate. Like, it's like, yo, when you, like, right now, we kicking jokes, like, naturally all day.
Right.
I can do this all day.
Right.
Come up, punches, everything.
You looking for a job? He's annoying to do a show with every day, man. Settle down in St. Louis. We can get you you could own half the city it'd be good.
Oh, wow.
All right, let's
Half
look
of St.
into that.
Louis. I'm
Yeah.
gonna look. I'll put my bid down.
No, God.
So when I'm looking, when I started putting everything together, man, I said to myself, I was like, wow. I was like, I know I got the goods and everything, but I just got to learn how to translate it to everybody.
Right.
So how can I do that? And none of the stand-up that I did before 2016, I would say was up to that level. My last special, I'd say that was good. It was an inaugural special. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hi, I'm here.
Right.
But, you know, even the taping, there was better stuff. When I finally saw it put together, I was like, yo, what is it? I'm like, I need to start doubling down. I need to really study. I really need to study the craft of this.
Right.
I really need to look. It's just like when you're a rapper and you're trying to figure out what's hot, you're looking at everybody.
Right.
It's like study it. Study the craft of stand-up. See how compiling a joke, callbacks, see how all of that shit works together.
Right.
But try to be different as well. Don't follow what they do, but still understand what they're doing and apply it and see what you can do to change your base or whatever. And I think after Just for Laughs in 2016, and then I did the Apollo. I got standing ovation at the Apollo in Harlem.
That's insane.
And I was like, yo.
Dream come true with that.
That was a dream come true. Even though only put a minute and 50 seconds of my performance on the show.
Wow.
And it was 15 minutes of straight fire. Everybody was there.
Right.
They stood up. When they stood up,
That is such a long
was
time to
authentic.
kill, especially there.
Yeah, 15 minutes. And I'm killing, and they only put 2 minutes. Well, you cursed. I said, bitch. Censor it. It's easy. Censor it. Bitch.
Yes.
Easy. They didn't want to do that,
Right.
right? So I say 2016, after that, man, that performance really just gave me a lot of confidence. And then I had to, the black audiences, I came from the urban room, right? I started there.
Right.
But there was something being on SNL and being there for so long that I kind of lost a little bit.
Okay.
Of that urban edge that I used to have.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was trying to figure out, I'm like, what is it? I'm like, oh shit. Well, you should go in on people.
Right.
That was your
Right.
shit.
Right.
You're so
You
used
see
to
that at every level. I see it here in St. Louis too. Whenever people work different crowds,
Yeah.
if they haven't worked the urban, like that's what you're great at. Like you do it
Yeah.
at wherever you're doing it.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm like, yo, I used to go in on folks, and I'm like, while I'm on this show, SNL, they have it's sweet comedy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to be a little nicer. Hey, I'm a nice person.
Right.
I'm an asshole.
Right.
I'm a nice asshole. I'm an asshole.
Asshole. That's it. Hashtag that, please. Thank you.
Hashtag
Yes,
that,
thank
please.
you. Yeah, copyright Jay Pharoah.
So I'm saying, when I got the confidence, man, I did that. When I did that, and I went back to the urban rooms, I started I was on a Martin tour. I'm still on the Martin tour when we go back.
Okay, okay.
What's it called? The Lit as Fuck tour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did Oakland, first show there, got a standing ovation. Oakland. I said, yo, I'm
tough
really on
rooms,
my
man.
shit.
I'm about to say, you talking some tough rooms right now.
Excuse me, dude. These are some nigga rooms.
I told you. I told you. Let me tell you something. If we can sidebar here, do you feel that that's a nice weapon to be able to pull out in your comedy arsenal?
Word?
I think.
No.
N-word is great.
I will say this.
I think it's fantastic. You can use
think the N-word, when it makes sense.
Correct. It's a great weapon to pull, though.
You can't just pull it out whenever you want, though.
You don't just excessively use it.
Completely agree.
You got to pick your the same thing with cursing.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing.
Sounds like a conversation we had yesterday.
Every other word somebody's just saying fuck, bitch, pussy, then it just waters
you look
it
weak
down.
Yeah.
But if for 20 minutes you don't curse and then something happens, and the situation fits to the word, and you say, man, well, fuck, people will laugh because it's like they feel the feeling that
right.
And it's more not a motherfucker. Even though some people like Bernie Mac.
I'm about to say, you was about to go to your Bernie Mac. Hold on.
Bernie Mac, he can do that. You know what I mean? This motherfucker's head. I don't even know what it's some punk, some of my bitch. A real stupid bitch. Like that's funny. It's just his tone and everything. That's funny. Robert Harris. Officers of the goddamn law. Ain't this a bitch? Test tube, baby. That's funny. Give me my goddamn socks back. Like that's funny. You know what I mean? But it's just. But even them, they still knew how to inflect it in the right place.
Who was the first impression that got over for you? Like who was the one that you did in front of a crowd or even your family or whomever? Who was the one where you was like, oh, okay, I got something here?
Iago from Aladdin. Gilbert Gottfried. My first impression was a white dude. Yeah, it was.
You do Gilbert Gottfried.
I'm molting. This is totally ridiculous. Hey, Jafar. That's what I was doing at 6.
We have no friends. We have a special love for Gilbert Gottfried.
Really?
We had him on the show, and he couldn't have been nice.
He's a nice. It's so crazy because he'll be super turned up, but as soon as these go on,
he's done. He's like,
do you want to know what he does? He comes in, he starts kind of collecting whatever nuts or water or whatever you have. He'll put it in his pocket and take off.
Like, thank you for the water. Thank you for the nuts.
He's a nut smuggler.
Oh yeah, and you know what? And that's okay. I love him. He smuggles nuts. He's a nut smuggler.
Hey, I know one named Tatiana.
You talked about Martin, and of course been on SNL. Who comedically has given you not only inspiration, but it's giving you some advice now
Chris
that
Rock.
your career can. Oh wow.
Chris Rock's definitely giving me
familiar
advice.
with his work.
Chris Rock did Eddie. Did Eddie, and Chris Rock is actually one of my comedic idols.
Oh
so,
wow!
Like Bring the Pain, that's special.
Yes, that's game changer. That was a game changer. I thought for the entire industry that was a game changer.
Fire. It's like he's got facts, he's got punchlines, but it's funny.
Yes.
This is not like fucking Larry David going out there doing this. This is not fucking George Carlin. This is a black educated young brother.
Yes.
Who's bringing facts and making it and giving another niche of black folks.
Yes.
Like seriously.
Yeah. For real.
Like the educated, like Chappelle has that same type of audience. The smart, cultured, understood audience. Like, oh yeah, I get that.
Right.
Not like you just walking out there and doing coochie jokes.
Right.
For like 30 minutes.
Right.
Which, listen, I'm not knocking people that do that at all.
Right.
But
you gotta
when you just doing coochie jokes for 35, 40 minutes, are you talking about your dick? Or talking about getting head? Are you talking about somebody eating you out? Are you talking about eating ass? It's like, yo, where's the creativity in this? And then when somebody does that for like 30 minutes, 35 minutes,
right,
and it's multiple people on the show, and somebody has a different flavor, well, you've already prepped the crowd to be like, oh, he gonna do dick pussy jokes too.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It's like, no, I'm not, because I'm different, because I'm actually an artist. I'm above that.
Right.
I don't have to resort to that.
Right.
And my mom can't listen to the album.
Right.
If I'm talking about coochie
for half an hour.
I walked in the house one time. I had my shirt off, right? And my back was exposed. And I get a little passionate. So there was all these marks on my back. My mom's like, "You got marks on your back? Who did that, Jared?" I'm like, "Mind your business."
She went full name.
I'm like, "Mind your business, Ramona." Hey, Mona, mind your business, man. I be out in these streets.
So Chris Rock did. What were some of the things that he told you? Like I said, I would imagine.
Don't steal his tips he was given in private.
No, not at all. But I'm curious, but I would imagine just that conversation would have been surreal. But I'm interested in hearing what he told you in that moment that ultimately inspired you.
We gotta get you in more sketches. We got to. We gotta get you in more sketches. That's what we gotta do. We gotta get you and more
sketches. 15 minutes later.
We gotta get you and more sketches. You're so talented, but not many sketches.
Is there?
That's all he said.
By the way,
I was like, all right. No.
We've had the pleasure of talking to Tony and Jordan. Are there any variances as an impressionist in between Chris, Tony, and Jordan?
I mean, Jordan Rock.
Yeah.
Jordan Rock definitely sounds like
that
this.
is so crazy that you got Jordan.
Jordan Rock. Listen, when he gets famous enough for me to drop this, I'm gonna drop this. Tony's just like this. I don't know. I can't do Tony yet.
I don't know. And there's a little charade in there. I just heard too.
Oh shit, he's one of them too.
He's a ghost.
He's one of them too.
He's one of them.
He is one of them.
He's one of those motherfuckers too.
Imagine how much different that'd be received if I said that.
He's like a Buddha rock. You know what I mean?
A Buddha rock.
Like, look, he's bald, he's jolly, he's overweight, he's Buddha rock.
That makes sense, man.
We won't keep you too much longer, but I am curious. Look, I don't want to give too much away.
Sure.
But I did hear a little rap flow.
There was something going on in
was
the
a little
lobby.
flow. And I look, you and Donald Glover, all y'all multi-talented. I can do all things effortlessly. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all make me. But can you talk about a little bit of your hip hop right now?
Sure, man. Like, okay. So I've been rapping since I was 13. Fun fact, an Italian dude got me to start rapping. His name was John Santoro. He lived across the street from me. He used to be really good at rapping. And everybody liked Eminem. And he definitely took the Eminem narrative, but he's a New York dude talking shit. Like, he was great.
Right.
He was like one of the best ones. So he started me, right? So I put out mixtapes over my high school years, Road Less Travel. It was basically me rapping over beats recorded on a microphone on a little Windows mic, which was trash.
Yes,
at
absolutely.
the time. I scotch taped the Windows mic to the fucking screen. I put a black light in the back of a high definition television box. I put a chair under there. I covered it all, and that was the booth. There was people that would come to my house and record, and they'd be on their knees. Now, in retrospect,
that's pretty standard for recording studios.
Yeah, well, Diddy studio, of course. But we not gonna go into that. He's different now. He's different. Okay. But so people would come in and that's how I would record my stuff.
That's wild.
Like, dude, I didn't have any equipment. I had literally sound recorder, and somehow I had this thing called Mixwave. So I would take the two files and I would merge them together.
That's dope.
So you would hear 50 Cent rapping on a beat, and I'd be over it trying to rap over him, like, yeah, motherfucker. Like, And so when I got 18, when I was 18, man, that's when I really got pretty good at it.
Right.
Just because we had things like MySpace chat rooms. I started this group called Heavy Spitters, and everybody would be in there battling each other. But you would have to write out your rhymes. So me writing, I just got better, and I would freestyle so much. So I was already good at that.
Right.
So I was, all right, so 18, that's when it got good. 18, I was supposed to get signed when I was 18. I was doing comedy though.
Right.
And everybody was on my comedy shit. I put a video up on YouTube that, everybody was talking about, and then I put the Dipset Cameron thing up there, and then that went viral.
Yep.
So I was like, maybe I'll just do this shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, I've always kept it in my back pocket.
Right.
And I've been releasing tracks over the years, especially freestyles and things like that. Like, I had a freestyle on Freedom. Shout out to Miles Williams. He's the one that actually did that with Just Blaze. On Beyonce's album, Freedom. Like, that's the guy I work with.
That's
Miles
crazy.
Williams.
That's an awesome producer.
But
That's awesome.
I did like a 4-minute freestyle on that shit, and that shit's crazy. But that was my thing, because when I was on SNL, they didn't want me to rap.
Right.
Lauren's like, you make more money during a comedy. You didn't want to be a rapper, Jay.
Nothing like a Canadian comedy hardcore.
I was like, yeah, you really know. I was like, you really missed it on Drake.
Michael, right.
I was like, and you told Drake he was only going to do the Grassy, right? But I understood what he was saying, and it made perfect sense. Like, yeah, you are like, okay, you're popping comedy-wise. Why are you going to rap? But I think that he possibly thought I wasn't going to do comedy anymore when I was rapping.
Yeah.
And that's never my thing. Like, I'm an entertainer.
Right.
Rapping is the same as comedy. Set up, punchline, delivery, execution, aggression, swag. It's all of that shit.
Right.
It's the same shit in comedy.
Right.
So it's like they can work together. And now with folks like Little Duval and Donald Glover, it's possible. If you're creatively inclined, then fucking do it.
Right.
So now, go ahead.
Tyron Woodley is fighting for a welterweight title tomorrow. He's got a track and an album he worked with Wiz Khalifa on.
Yeah, man. Maybe he can rap. I don't know. I wouldn't listen to no Adrian Bronner song.
Oh, no. We can draw a line in the sand somewhere.
I beat that boy. I beat his ass. Y'all know he sounded kind of like Kevin Hart.
You do.
He did.
He does. And his cadence is almost the same.
Doesn't he?
It's so...
I beat that boy. Y'all saw me.
Yeah,
beat his ass. I was like, man, we saw you get your ass whipped.
He got smoked.
He got his fucking ass. He got his ass.
We got eyes, man. We just saw that whole fight.
How do we? Okay, watching this, it made me turned off quite a bit. He went and he got his ass beat, lied about getting his ass beat, was rude to the in-ring guy, and then leans on the people. My people know. My people know. Get the hell out of here.
People in the hood know. Everybody in the hood was like, nah, nigga, you got your ass. Shit, man. He got fucked. Yo, for real. They aired that motherfucker. They aired him, bro. They aired him. When you get aired out, that's terrible.
That's pretty
Somebody
bad.
Somebody say you get aired.
That's brutal.
Yeah, what's the craziest fight you've seen? I'll tell you the funniest one I saw. All right, so it was this kid named Daniel Briggio, right? This is high school.
Daniel.
This is back
High
in
school
2000.
fight, man. Was it common people fighting in your high school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Indian River. Yeah.
Did you have a park? Did you have a park you met at? Is there a meeting place, or was it just in the high school?
Wherever it went down was pretty much wherever it was going down. Yeah, they were wild like that. But before I talk about this, Bruce Wayne, my new single that's out. I got 3 projects I'm dropping. I got another one called The Silver Screen I'm gonna be dropping. That's like my story. That shit's gonna be dope as fuck. Miles Williams producing that. Me and Titus, the guy I rap with on the Future Moguls. That song Bruce Wayne, he's on it. We got a project we're gonna drop. I got another EP I'm gonna drop called Heartbreak. That's gonna be dope, and that's that song that you heard.
Yeah,
that's gonna be up there. And okay, back to this fight. Okay, I had to drop that. So, first of all, this does not look like Chadwick Boseman.
That does not.
Does
look
not.
how light skinned.
It looks like Prince. Why the fuck does it look like Prince? Okay. All right, back.
Take that up with Mattel.
Okay. Okay, back to what I'm saying. All right, so this kid named Daniel Briggio. Now, Briggio was like maybe I shouldn't say his whole name. I've already said it. Fuck, whatever. He's
not listening.
Okay, so Briggio was kind of a bitch.
Right.
And then it's funny because people would look at him and be like, Briggio, you a bitch. Like, he would have to go through that every day, right? So it was this one kid named Ty, Asian kid, right? Little dude, 5'5". Briggio was like 6'2". Like, why you fucking with this 5'5" kid? Right. So he wanted to fuck with Ty. He took an apple and threw it at Ty's face. Hit Ty. Ty goes up to him and like he punches him in the face, and Ty had a security guard. He had an Asian security guard. This motherfucker.
Oh, he about that life.
Yeah, and he was he was an Asian nigga too. You know? Yeah, he was. I'm sure he was Filipino or some shit. You know what I mean? So
that's the happy medium. By the way.
So he throws the apple, right? Ty punches him. The big dude comes, pushes Briggio. Like, come on, Briggio, come on. He's big as fuck. Like he's like 5 Asian dudes in one. You know what I mean? So it was fucked up. I was like, oh wow, Briggio's got his work cut out for him. So Briggio bitches up, doesn't do anything that day, right? Next day, Briggio gets suspended. Ty doesn't get suspended because Briggio is the one that threw the apple and everything like that. So next day, Briggio suspended, right? His mom was going through surgery or some shit like that. A bomb goes off, a stink bomb. Okay. They used to do pranks and shit. Right. Somebody lights up a stink bomb. Ty goes, that smells like Briggio's mom. Everybody's like, oh, you know how the crew do. Yeah. Oh, he talking about your mom. Oh shit, we gonna tell Briggio. So the next day, Briggio comes and he's like, yo, Briggio, man, Ty was talking about your mom yesterday, right? Briggio's like this. He's like, what? My mom's in a fucking hospital and this motherfucker's talking about me? Yeah. So he takes off his fucking God body shirt. Of course. Which was sold at Scotsman's. I don't know if you ever heard about that. It's like a bootleg fucking store.
That was my next question.
So he takes off this fucking Scotsman's jacket, right? The Scotsman shirt. He's got on this dingy ass wife beater. And the walk is from the lunchroom to J Hall. That's where the fight's gonna go down.
Okay.
J Hall, right? Yo, we get out the lunchroom. Bridget's taking the shit off. I'm gonna get that motherfucker. We're all amping it up like, oh shit. So we walk to J Hall, right? Travis, one of my other friends when I was in high school. I can't even call him a friend. I didn't really have friends in high school. I had an acquaintance. I went to none of these motherfuckers.
Right.
Like, I'm on to bigger, better
friend,
things.
you know what I mean? So we get in J Hall. Bridget sees Ty. He's like, talk shit now, motherfucker. He's got on his wife beater.
Oh boy.
He throws the first punch. He fucking misses.
No, Brigio.
And everybody was, and we were like,
Yeah, you did. You're like,
my homeboy Travis, just to amp it up to make it seem like something's happening, he beats on the lockers and goes, yee! It just fucking walks away. So meanwhile, Brigio has missed this fucking punch.
Okay.
Ty picks him up. He body slammed the fuck out of him, right? The security, Mr. Joppy, comes in. He breaks it up. Brigio, in his mind, Brigio puts his hand up like this, like fucking Undertaker. Because in his mind, he won the fight.
Right. Like he did this. Wait a minute.
He was like, last
Like
ride,
he's
bitch.
selling it to the judges.
Like, yeah.
yeah. Walk to the middle of the ring.
And what is so funny, it was this random black kid. He walks past with his arm up. The black kid goes, you know you lost, right? That shit had to be one of the funniest fucking fights
That's my favorite.
I've ever seen. I was like, oh my God. I wish it was the viral age. That shit would have went viral. Brigio misses punch and Brigio gets slammed by Asian dude.
And the funny thing is, always that black guy in the room, like, you'll know your last lost.
He's always there.
There's always that one black guy in the room.
Can't lie about it whenever you move
lost.
forward. Did you see anything growing up that was memorable like that?
Not to that effect. But again, like I said, I grew up in St. Louis, and
You've seen mad shit.
I've seen, boy, oh boy, like I've seen things. I'm like, man, that's not illegal in any state. I think that's inappropriate. But yeah,
Man, you see so much stuff in college, and those are just brutal. Those are bad. But like the memorable one, 9th grade, I'm 14, standing in a packed hallway full of things, kind of scared, kind of what I'm still like, just standing. I'm 6'1" at the time, maybe, so I'm standing there, and 2 senior girls got into a fist fight 2 feet from me. My friend and I probably had just hit puberty or something. They start getting after it, and these 2 Hoosier bitches start knocking the piss out of each other, get down to their bras, like where one's getting like ripped off. I'll never forget it. It was a seminal moment in my life. That is memorable. I've seen better.
You was scared
fights
and horny at the same time.
At the same time. It's an experience. I've been chasing that dragon ever since, man.
He goes on, you go on fucking YouPorn, you're like, fighting tits.
Yeah.
There we go.
I have to delete 14-year-old. Like I'd be like, oh no, don't put that in. No, you don't want that.
Yeah, who the fuck, why? You know what? I hate when you go to sites and then, like, when you go to the search bar, somebody weird has clearly been there.
and they've already got it.
It's like pissing in force. You're like, what the fuck?
Why does it have to be enforced?
Why does it have to be forced? Like, just ask. Motherfucker, ask.
A
Like,
regular stream's fine.
I get pissed off. When I go to some of these sites, right? Because, everybody has their thing.
Right.
Now, me, I like seeing women in lingerie stockings and shit. That's my shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think a woman the legs look very sexy. You know what I mean? Right. That's why a woman over 40, that's why I like Kate Beckinsale, because I know she got some shit.
We got to make that happen.
So I'm like, so I go to these sites and you're typing in stockings, whatever, but they don't filter it for just women.
Right.
So you go in, you type in stockings, and then you might click on a video. You're like, oh man, this motherfucker got a fat ass. And he turns around, it's a fucking it's a big ass wang, and it's just swinging. But you're halfway through. You're like, well, shit. Now what am I gonna do now?
It's a story as old as time. I totally understand.
Oh my god! She looked so authentic. She Jesse Smollett it.
Are you gonna be?
I'm sorry.
Would you let Jesse back into the Hollywood mix?
community?
No, I'll say the Hollywood mix. You don't even have to go as far down.
I don't know if you can trust somebody that. I wouldn't trust. Look, maybe I'll let him back in, but he can't enter my house. He might steal some shit.
We did say, I was like, man, if there are 2 communities that you definitely don't want to really piss off,
It's the
black
LGBT community and the black community.
Yeah, like those are the most vocal communities.
Both. That's why I showed my support.
Right.
I was one of those celebrities who was bamboozled, who put a picture up with Jussie Smollett. Because I was like, all right, I'll say black man and he's homosexual. He's a minority fucking for real.
Right.
Okay?
Hardcore.
So you gotta, gotta show your support. And when I heard that damn story, they told, I thought it was 2 white dudes. They told me these 2 black dudes that look like they came straight from Wakanda and put nooses around his neck with a MAGA country hat, and it was like, MAGA country, bitch. I said, that don't even sound right.
You're not doing it right.
I was like, black folks, if we see a noose, we'll start breaking out in hives.
Yeah, we don't. Yep.
We breaking out in hives, start coughing.
We don't like looking at ropes in general. Like, hold on now, what you gonna tie that up with something? What you trying to do now?
After I watched Rosewood, I needed a week's worth of emergency. A week's worth of it.
Rosewood.
And it was Rosewood.
Oh.
This is a movie.
Yeah.
Imagine seeing that in person and you telling me that. I said, what the fuck out of here? Okay, there's black people that are celebrities that claim to be, Trump supporters.
Sure.
But who the fuck in your community that's black?
In the hood.
That's gonna say that shit.
No.
I was like, go to your goddamn cookout next time. Go to the 4th of July cookout, have a family reunion, start Trump bashing, and see which one of your family members be in the corner sipping Heineken, not saying shit. Because most likely,
so it's the
that's
Heineken.
the motherfucker.
It's Heineken.
That Jussie Smollett took your ass. And you can't trust him, and he probably molested everybody in the family.
Oh, no.
And he probably not saying shit about it. Uncle Frank is a fucking liar. I'm just saying.
I need to end on that. You need a break. That was amazing.
And like we're talking about, this is the evolution. You see, I ain't come up here for 40 minutes and just do fucking voices.
No.
Hell no, we talked about shit. You know why? This is real.
You're a real dude.
I'm a grown ass motherfucking man now. I bought a house and I have real fucking problems.
Like, I got a mortgage, damn
I got
it.
a mortgage, goddamn.
Why do I keep wanting to just very earnestly shake your hand now? This is very real. Great work.
My name is Jay Pharoah. My name is Jay Pharoah, but now it's Jarrett Pharoah because I have to pay bills.
Jay Pharoah, catch him at Helium in Philadelphia this
Helium
weekend.
Comedy Club.
Man, come on. You're going to go below the Galleria.
No,
You're going to see him all weekend here in St. Louis. We loved having you in, man.
Yeah, man,
I
it was
can't
fun.
say enough about this.
This was
man.
really fun.
Really
bro.
appreciate it.
I'm going to go listen to Jay's new album.
Yes.
We're going to hang out some
Spotify
more.
right now, Bruce Wayne, check that out. If you want any old links, go on my SoundCloud, Jay Pharoah, check that out. But I have projects that are dropping this year, and I'm doing it. I'm dropping.
Congratulations.
Thank you
by
so
the way,
much.
man. Correct.
My man.
Enjoy St. Louis this weekend. Thank you so
man.
much.
Appreciate it. Where Nelly at? What's he doing? Is he coming?
He better be. We'll
dirty.
tweet it.
Don't do that.
Oh, let me in now. I had to do it. I'm a sucker for cornrows and manicure toes. Hey, pretty
God, here
big
y'all
pants, parachute bro. All right. Yeah. The fact that y'all know that shit like that.
Yeah, it's really it's our national
Fuck
anthem.
all these melodic rappers. Nelly was the first
He
to
was
do
the
it.
first.
He was the fucking first.
Yeah, Nelly walked so Drake can run. Absolutely.
Damn right. He walked so Drake could run.
Exactly.
Did you just get a taste of how you should open the first 12 minutes of your show tonight?
Yes, I did. I will be definitely singing It's Hot in Here. I'm like,
Thanks,
oh,
Jay.
this is St. Louis, isn't it, bitch? So